That's a lot of experience. A lot of experience to share with those who finally come on board on Amaa. And I think something else you also highlighted, which is very important to take away from this conversation, is that investors are looking for traction. And it is very important that we use bootstrapping methods, mechanisms, strategies to get ourselves to the point where we are moving. Awesome. I have two questions in one for Treasure. And first of all, I want to say that I really appreciate the fact that Ariane has done a lot of research, and she continues to do a lot of research about her product, Aries. Research that leads her to produce this as an IT person, and research in terms of listening to her customers. That's a powerful lesson one would take away, listening to her customers. And I think Treasure also said something similar, that he did look at the needs of about 3,000 entrepreneurs across to formulate or to create what he's doing with Amaa. I told you guys that if we leave Treasure, he's going to tell us about everything about Africa. He's so powerful, and I like that long-term vision. The fact that you have done your homework and you're realizing that there is an appetite for self-actualization, even among young people like Ariane. Ariane is less than 30. The average age of the young person in Africa, according to who is in this phase, according to Treasure, is about 19. And people are basically hungry to express themselves. We have a new generation rising, and we have to somehow guide this generation in a way that will be more useful to us in the next 20 years, in the next 30 years. And the solution that Amaa brings to the table for that is mentorship. And I really, really appreciate that that insight. Now I'm going to switch back to Ariane to dig into the practicalities of this, right? You know, when we have a vision, we're also excited in the Africa Rising. We say Africa Rising. We are the next phase, the next continent, the next thing happening, etc. But during this call, we just had power failure in Nigeria's in Elvis's Nigeria. Area and entrepreneurs have to deal with that on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And I want you, Ariane, to talk about some of the key practical things you have to deal with on a daily basis as a mother, right? Maybe it's the sleepless nights, maybe having to work after work, because you have to do your 9 to 5. And then you have to continue working. How do you do your deliveries? How do you spend your weekends? etc. How does your husband take all this, right? I want you to just dig into some of that. Just give us a few examples, dig into some of the practicalities of making this vision, this big vision that Treasure has about Africa, come to pass in your experience. Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you for this question. I would say at this point, I'm God's favorite child because he has given me an amazing husband, an amazing daughter as well, which are not demanding. My daughter, well, is an independent child. She is 15 months and she can actually, stay by herself and play. The dad also really helps. I mean, this journey is crazy. I've been on leave for this whole weekend. I was actually asking myself, I'm so tired. I'm like, so how was I able to do all this and still go to work and come back and still resume business and still come and cook and all that? I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know how I'm doing it right now. It's just the grace of God that keeps pushing me, because literally you have to wake up and get to work. work is demanding. Obviously, you come back, you have to take care of the family. So some production to be able to meet deadline, that means I now, after everything, I have to now go to my production site and then get some things done and then come and have some sleep and wake up again and go back to work. My weekends are not mine. I can say my weekends are for my business. Even today, I had to send my team to the field to make some sales and all that. And it's been a crazy journey. I will not lie. It's been a stressful journey. I will not lie about that. It's not easy. But then, I think when you are passionate about something, you always make time to get things done. If your mind is to grow the business, I don't think you ask me to come and say, I'm saying, nah, I'm tired. I can come. In fact, I think about all the money I'm going to make, even if I'm tired. the tiredness is no more there. So how can I explain this? The journey is very tedious, but then God has never promised us that it is going to be easy anyway. But He promised that He will give us the strength and everything that we need to go through it. And we are at a point where in our business, if we have to either go big or go home. That's where I see myself right now. And I don't see myself also quitting. Even though I've fantasized the idea so many times, I don't see myself like where I've reached right now, I cannot quit, because we've reached a point where someone can actually call me, oh, someone referred me to you. Do I need this? Which product do you advise me to do? If I say I'm quitting, how about all those customers that love my product are still referring to me? That means I'm actually disappointing them. And then and I love the reception, how we Africans have actually welcomed the product that we have. And let me quickly jump on that. The whole idea I had with shea butter from the beginning, even if you dash me shea butter, like if you give me 100 kilo, I'll ask you, what am I going to do with 100 kilo today? If you give me 100 kilo, it's still not enough for me. And then you've actually given me like gold right now. But then, so I'm like, I still need to create that awareness out there. If I don't create the awareness, I have a good product sitting in there. If I don't create the awareness, how do people know that, okay, shea butter is actually very good for the skin? Oh, the lotion we use actually have shea butter in it. Most people don't know. Shea butter and cocoa butter right now is gold. I mean, to get cocoa butter right now, you actually need to book it down. They will tell you that, oh, it's curing. You have to wait. And if you're not even fast enough, by the time it is cured and then it's ready to sell, it's that people have actually really bought it already. That's how important those products are right now. And the funny enough, people are just coming to take it and they send it back to their country. We, the people that are producing it, we, the people that are owning it, are not seeing the value of what we have. So what I'm actually happy about when it comes to Aries is we are creating the awareness. We are breaking the barriers. We are breaking the psychological barriers also when it comes to cosmetics. I mean, our product is natural. I do not work only with shea butter. I've come across, I think about 4 years ago, there's something we actually call mango butter. A lot of people don't know about it, but then it's there, and it's actually like quadruple the price of normal shea butter. We also have cocoa butter out there. We have sweet almond oil. We have coconut oil. We have vitamin E. All those things are right here. We see adverts on TV, 5-in-1 with coconut oil, cocoa butter. But we actually don't pay attention that these are actually things that we have in the country, where the outsiders are actually formulating the product and bringing it back to us to actually consume. So what we are actually proposing as Aries on the table right now is a totally natural product, which does not need any chemical in it. So our ranges is from shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter. We are currently working on a new product that we are calling Cocoa Vanilla, where we are bringing in shea butter with vanilla oil. I'm trying to create a product where maybe we'll be moving from the fragrance-free products where we use the pure oils itself that has the fragrance to be able to formulate that product. So that way we'll still be getting away from all the other a little bit of chemicals that we are trying to get our fragrance from. So at the end of the day, we'll have a purely natural product that is fragrance-free, that still smells very nice. We are also working on body oils right now. I mean, most of the products that we are going to add by the end of the year actually how do I say it? Feedbacks from our customers. That's one key thing about us too. We listen to the customer. Whenever they get our product, my ears are always big. I mean, talk to me. Let's have a conversation. What do you like? What don't you like? So that way, we are not just imposing our product to the consumer, but we are also listening to what they want so that we'll be able to bring that also to the table. So basically, that's how our journey has been. I mean, from the office to the home, that's just by the side. But when it comes to the business, we are also going all in, where we pay attention to our production, we pay attention to our product, we pay attention to the customers' feedback, we pay attention to what they really want, not what we want to give to them, what they really want as well. And then in all, this business makes me very happy. Like I always say, it's passion that is driving me. I love it when, because people that I don't even know, immediately they see me and they see my brand. Oh, I've seen this brand somewhere. Like today, two or three different people say, oh yeah, I've seen this before. I mean, okay, let me get one. Let me try it. And they really want to hear about it. That's what really makes me very happy about the product, especially when they smell it. They say, wow, so this is actually really made in Ghana. And then they look at the packaging, they look at the product itself, not only the packaging, but what we are actually offering them. I mean, it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing journey. So,
wow.
Let me just lay it all there. But that's how the whole journey has been, and it's continuously being built. Yeah.
So I say that I think you're very much driven by your passion. And I will not show this to your boss, but let me ask you, if you were to score your day job versus your entrepreneurial journey, scale of 1 to 10, what would you give to your day job and what would you give to your entrepreneurial journey?
I feel my entrepreneurial journey is what takes my stress away from everything. Mm-hmm. So obviously,
so what score will you give between 0 and 10?
I'll give my entrepreneurial journey obviously a 9, because
and your day job?
My day job, I will give it a 6 or 7. I think the passion is still there. I love customer service. I love attending people. So I'll give it a 6 or a 6, 7. But then in all, the entrepreneurial journey tops it all, because there I'm able to interact with the people. I'm able to control what I'm offering them and then also work on what I have to give them. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. How many staff do you work with?
Currently, I do have one main staff that is mainly for the sales. For production, I work with part-time people because we do not do production every day. Mostly is after hours or during the weekend, in case we do not have people to work with. So for production, we have at least 2 part-time. And then for full-time, we have 1 salesperson. In case I'm not able to make it to a particular market, she is there to represent. But however, we are planning on hiring more, 2 or 3 more people by January to be able to scale up the business and then meet, because the needs is now increasing as the business is growing. So by January, even if it is just 3 part-time, I mean that will really help us, or maybe make it 2 full-time. So at the end of the day, it will be like a team of 4 or 6. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to turn over to Treasure. I have a big question for Treasure. I have 2 questions in one for Treasure. And first of all, I want to say that I really appreciate the fact that Ariane has done a lot of research, and she continues to do a lot of research about her product, Aries. Research that leads her to produced this as an IT person, and research in terms of listening to our customer. That's a powerful lesson we want to take away. Listening to our customer. And I think Treasure also said something similar, that he did look at the needs of about 3,000 entrepreneurs across to formulate or to create what he's doing with Amaa. So Treasure, I'm going to come back to you and ask you about your journey in terms of funding. I know your operation, the kind of thing you want to do requires the injection of some capital. And I want you to just give us a brief on how you've gone through that journey, you've gone through that effort, you're pushing for that funding, and also give me something personal in terms of your feedback to me. Assuming I was 20 years younger, assuming I was 20, 25 years younger, how would you convince me to embrace entrepreneurship versus getting a job? Just those two questions for you. Treasure.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. Firstly, I'm still in the journey of fundraising. We've not concluded it yet. Hopefully, we are looking to do that in 2025, finalize in 2025. Well, I think not. I think I have experienced it. I believe that I've discovered that equal to popular opinion that you need money to do everything. I don't think that's actually correct 100%, right? Initially I was of the opinion that, okay, so we want to take this thing to the next level, then we need money to do that, right? So the idea of raising funds was more than active, and I'll break that down. So passive in the sense that like we're not doing anything because we didn't have money. Oh, we don't have money, that's why we're not doing this. Do this, we don't have money. We're supposed to do this, we don't have money. But active is that you do it with the limited resources you have to position for the funds you are trying to dance. What my journey with Amaa. I wrote, when I did the review recently, the amount of applications I've written so far, it was about 36. I've written 36 applications in less than 3 months for 36 opportunities to get funding, 36 in total. I have interacted with large number of people, telling them about our design. I've written budgets, multiple financial projections, although we've done that and that is already on the books, but we've been a lot of work trying to get funding. And it's been an interesting journey. I wouldn't say it's stressful because I wouldn't pick the lessons that in it. I see it as an experience that I love, that I am facing, because in that experience, I have learned one or two things that have changed my mindset about funding, about trying to founders in Africa face. They feel discouraged most times because it looks like it's very hard to crack. However, I've not raised funds yet, but I believe we will, owing to how we've positioned ourselves. Now, in the area of interacting with the journey to fundraising, most people would only fund a workable system. Most people will fund something that is in motion, right? I think that's the best word for it. Something that is moving, something that is actually making progress. So how we started was we discussed for grant opportunities. We got to the finals of so many of them. And when we kind of lose when we lose, probably don't even get to the top 3 or top 5, or we are just judged. One of the things I don't fail to do is to go to the judges and ask one critical question to all the judges. And one of the things I ask them is, what exactly made you say no to this product? Why did you refuse to let us scale? Why did you feel we are not worthy to win this competition? And the answers were very relative, and we are very related to each other. However, it was also very, I appreciated that feedback. one of the things I heard often was that, oh, there's nothing on ground. Oh,
all right.
you know.
All right. So I'll pause. Yeah. So you're breaking a bit, but
okay.
I think we've got the gist of your learnings. Number one is that you are learning a lot in your journey just by making the attempts. And I think you said you've tried up to 36 applications. And that means that if you opened up a shop right now and says, I'm going to teach you how to write applications, you already have the expertise for that. so you want to look at that. You already have the expertise for that. I know that you were in Kenya. I know that I think you were in one other country to pitch. That's a lot of experience. A lot of experience to share with those who finally come on board on Amaa. And I think something else you also highlighted, which is very important to take away from this conversation, is that investors are looking for traction. Investors are looking for traction. And it is very important that we use bootstrapping methods, mechanisms, strategies to get ourselves to the point where we are moving. Because people rush to help people who are moving, because everyone wants to be part of something successful, right? They want to be part of something successful. So if you're out there and you're listening to us, one of the things you want to focus attention is, how do I effectively get traction so that when I begin to ask for injection of capital, it's an easier conversation to have? So Treasure, to my second question, if I was 20, 25 years younger, how would you convince me to forget about it?